Hi everyone, my name is Congo. I'm the creator of ModelSmith 3D, and I'm just doing a quick tutorial today to show you how to use the new UV-Unwrapper. First thing I'm going to do, I suppose, is I'll just load up the Hunter model that I've been working on. And I'm just going to do something nice and simple. I'm just going to unwrap this cap. Now I'm going to select it, and then I go to texture mapping, or I hit Control Tab. Now we've gone in there, and as you can see, it's already unwrapped, but I'm just going to redo that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to convert it into a copycat. So I go Create Copycat, and then I hit the tilde key to release the camera. And as you can see, it's actually created a copy of the mesh, but it's created it in the UV unwrap mode. And basically, as you can see, this little red rectangle on the floor, as I unwrap and move around this mesh in here, it won't affect the original mesh. It will actually simply project it onto this little red rectangle, which is the range of 0 to 1, which is our UV space. Okay, now the first thing I tend to do is I just tend to drag it up so that it's away from the ground to begin with. And next, what I do is I want to tear off the cloth menu. So I hold down left control and I drag it out to tear it off. And then I hit the convert cloth. And as you can see right now, it's got a little teal colored, cyan colored seam on our mesh, which signifies that our mesh has now become a cloth simulation. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to lock all nodes from moving. So I select one of them, I hit Control plus on the numpad, and that selects all connected nodes to it. And then I hit the L key, which is basically cloth node lock, and that's also accessible in the lock selected cloth nodes button. Now that I have it locked, now I can start it. Now to do that, I hit the start or resume button, or I hit the X key. And the X key is context sensitive, and if you have mesh selected, it will start and stop it. Okay, next that I need to do is I need to cut some seams into it. Now I can use the cut button, or I just use the context sensitive C key. And as you can see, the cursor turns into a nice pair of scissors. And then we just start by left clicking on each node that we want, or it can actually do some rudimentary pathfinding for us. As you can see, I'm here, and if I move the mouse over a particular node, it highlights the best path that it can think of to get there. Now I'm happy with that, so I'm going to do that. And finish off there. Now when I'm done, I right click, and it generates the seam path. That is, it cuts the cloth along those edges. Now I'm going to move this bottom half of the cap away, so I select one node, I hit Control plus, and it selects all nodes that are connected to it. Now notice, because it's not connected to the rest of the cloth anymore, it's only selected the nodes in that little set. This is what I wanted, so I'm going to move this away to the side, and we're going to deal with that in a minute. Now let's unwrap this sucker. So I'm just going to cut a little bit more, so C key, cut along these ends, right click, C key, cut along those ends, move to the other side, and do the same thing again, C, and then left click, right click, C, left click, and not happy with that, click, and then right click, and I think I'm happy with that. So that's our cloth. I hit Control Shift M to hide all markers, and yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So now I just select a node, hit Control plus, selects all nodes, and I hit Control A, and it asks me what type of anchor that I want. I hit OK for circular, and now it's created an anchor set I'm just going to rotate this around, see if I can find a good fit for it. Doesn't really look like there's any good fit for it, but that doesn't matter. Now what I want to do is I want to hit select one, Control plus, and now I want to unlock it. So I go Control L, and now I want to add some gravity. I go into General Settings, and I go into Gravity, and then I just give it some kind of negative value so that it falls down. And I also give it a ground plane, so as you can see, ground plane is disabled by default. I click on that and it enables it. Now I select a node. Now this time I hit Control-Shift-A, which selects all connected anchor nodes, and I just scale that up. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to have to rotate this about. So again, select a node, rotate. There we go. Now I'm just going to move that down to the ground plane so that we can do some collisions. Now the idea is you only use a stretcher to kind of open it up, and then you kind of use gravity and the ground plane and the actual physics simulation itself to make it do minimal distortions on itself. So I'm just gonna reduce the scale of this particular anchor set, and now I'm going to delete it. And as you can see, it snaps back into its natural form, and that's looking good. Now I'm just going to select one, Control plus again, hit the L key to lock, and now we can move it around without the cloth moving around on us. Next, again, select a node, hit Control plus, rotate so it rotates so it's facing up for us. Select a node, Control plus, Control A, circular. Now we unlock the nodes, Control L, it starts to fall down. Select everything, move it straight down to the ground, and then we squash it into the ground to make it flatten properly. Now I go Control plus, and now I go Control Shift A, and that selects only the anchor points. So I move that down and wait for it to touch the ground, and it does. Now scale it down a little bit. There we go. I hit delete, and it's deleted those anchor nodes for us. And as you can see, there's a little bit of an overlap there. So I'm just going to select. It's got back face coming, so I select that, move it. There we go. As you can see, that's nice and flat. So select all, Control plus, L key to lock, move, and rotate. I'm going to rotate that. I'm going to rotate that about there. Move again. There we go. Now when we have the whole thing selected and all the nodes are locked, I should say, now we can just scale it, move it around, do whatever we like to it. So I'm just going to place that. Now if I want to get the proper view, I just go into General Settings, Camera Restraints, Top Down XY, which will lock our camera in that position. Now just rotate it around so that it's so that it fits nicely. And that's that. Okay, that's been a brief tutorial on how to do some simple unwrapping. If you have any questions, please do contact me on Facebook and so on. That's it. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.